Hey everybody, CHRISTOPHERODD here. So, as some of you may know, about 6 months ago, I had the chance to play the alpha version of Tainted Grail, which is a card battling strategy RPG that's based off of a board game by the same name. And we had the chance to basically check out the opening area of the game that introduced us to this alternate Arthurian world. And it was really, really cool. I got an email from these guys, and they said that they're releasing a new update, basically a separate game mode, as you can see on the screen here, called CONQUEST. And it's crazy. It's such a cool idea. I'm going to actually dive into it, and I'll explain some things as we go. They are sponsoring this video, so I really appreciate that. I was an instant fan of this game as soon as I tried it, and I can't wait for the full release because they're actually going to be spending their early access updates focused on this CONQUEST mode. And then in the full release, they're going to have the entire story-based part nailed down, which is great because some games go through early access and they update the story as you go, and it doesn't give you that full experience that you want when there's a full-fledged story-based game. So by them focusing on CONQUEST during early access, they're really going to nail the combat, which has changed dramatically from the alpha version. And yeah, let's get into it. So this is essentially a roguelike mode where all of your encounters change, your map changes, your skills change, your character changes every time, just like a roguelike. But the challenge is to have a story that still makes sense encounter to encounter. In early access, your main goal at the end of the story is going to be the same, but your encounters will change. And I believe at full release, they're even going to have ways where your final end goal for CONQUEST changes as well. So pretty exciting. At the start, we get to pick what type of warrior we're going to be, essentially. A guardian, which is more focused on sequencing cards together to have more combos. You get to spend more energy, which is what you use to play your cards. A brawler, which can output higher damage. This is kind of talking about some of their specials that they have, and we'll get into that in a bit. And then you have this berserk class, which is more high risk, high reward. And the lower HP you have, then you get a little bit stronger. Pretty risky, but pretty cool as well. I think I'm going to go with Guardian. In my testing, I tried Guardian and Brawler. Berserk is going to be tougher because you want to stay low health. And in this game, being low health means you're probably going to die. So let's check out our character first of all. So we're a word warrior, female. And one of the things now when we get new gear, their appearance actually changes according to the gear, which I don't think was in the alpha, so that's really nice. Our main goal here is King Arthur promised us safety on these shores. Instead, we found stormy seas, rocks like shark teeth, treacherous myths. Those few who managed to land were beset by hunger, cold, and nightmares born of weirdness, the primal force that change that rolls through the island. Now this is kind of this fog essentially that's all around you, and it can be pushed back with word candles or different totems and stuff, but if you're in that, it's really dangerous. You have to be careful. But I think if you take battles inside of the weirdness, then you have higher drops as well. My people said around a gnarled old statue, though we did not understand what it was, the enemy seemed to avoid it. That was good enough. For a time, in the end, the winds of weirdness only grew stronger, and the statue failed to protect the settlement. There was fear, despair, and then nothingness as reality melted around us. I returned alone, the buildings, the people, all gone without a trace. I soon learned I wasn't the only one to come back. Others were out there too, lost among the ever-changing myths, far from the statue, hunted by a creature never before witnessed. Avalon was not ours for the taking. So that's our main quest that we're working on. We also have this Slayer thing. There's 3 beasts to slay. Each one's going to open up a path leading to another. Then you have these followers, which you can find, that you can send back to your village. They've also introduced like base building, and base building is persistent between your runs. So when you die and come back, you'll have some base, some stuff that you've built up, and hopefully that helps you be more successful. So this is our first milestone. We can travel between milestones that we've already unlocked. There are none right now, but this one is our home base that we can travel to whenever we want. We could also spend a candle to boost the milestone's range, and that's this protective kind of barrier that pushes back this weirdness, but we're going to leave that for now. Over here, we've got our first little store, so we can buy supplies or meditate and reset our skills. But for now, we're going to buy some supplies. We currently have 4 weird candles and a travel map where we can travel directly back to this city if we want. And then this guy is selling a few things. We have a healing mixture. We've got more candles. I think, though, we only have 100 wealth right now. I think what we'll do is buy some armor. The weapon types are not that different from what we're currently carrying. Notice this one does 4 to 13. I think ours is doing like 7 to or 6 to 10 or something like that. So it's a wider damage variance. But let's go with armor. It's guaranteed, and we know what we're getting. We'll spend a little bit of our wealth there, and let's throw this on. Ooh, little. Close your eyes, kids. A little flash there. No big deal. So yeah, our sword's doing 6 to 10. Which is fine, I think, for early enemies. Now, you can move around the map by just clicking, and we'll run over there. You can also now hold W, A, S, and D, and it uses up your movement points as well. Your movement points really only come into play when you light one of these weird candles, so it lasts for 5 turns. Let's take a look through here. This pushes things back. You can see up here the map. In my previous 2 playthroughs, like one was going out to this left side, one was set in a different setting, like... It's going to be different every time, which means replayability is pretty huge. Especially early on, too, if you're just trying to find things. You're going to have this whole sense of, like, discovery very frequently. Okay, so we can activate this other milestone. Essentially, if we carve our name into it, it's going to use up 1 of our health, which is totally fair. But we can now travel between milestones for free. We could also light a weird candle here, and we could push this area back so that it's a lot safer all around this. I'll actually show you just to do it. These are a bit expensive, but you can see it has a pretty tangible impact. So if there's a lot of things in this area, then it probably makes sense to light that. Now, we do want to keep an eye out for things like hidden wealth. You can see them marked on the mini-map, which is good. But we're going to grab this so that we can travel back eventually and grab some upgrades. Now, we can see a couple of encounters here. We've got an armed wanderer who I think we might be able to rescue as one of the followers. If we look over here. So find them and recruit them. We'll see if we can pull that off. Let's do a random tier 1 group fight here. It says it's trivial. We shouldn't have too many problems in throwing down, but you'll see how the card combat has changed like completely. It used to just be like a 2D interface. Now you've got this 3D interface. You've got our basic cards down here. Here's the energy that we use to play skills, the associated costs in the top left of the card. This little icon shows what the enemy's intent is. So he's going to attack us twice. There's not really a way that I can kill him in 3 attacks. So we're going to block 1. We are going to take a little bit of damage. Keep an eye up here. This is our ultimate. So... for this class, the Guardian, every 3 charges that get consumed, we can draw a card and gain an energy. If we build this up and we save and spend at least 9 charges, we get additional energy. Then we have a passive skill where we get to keep 1 card in your hand at the end of your turn. How do you charge it? Every time a stance card is played, then you get to build this up. So for an example, blocking is a stance card. So we're going to hit this. We got the +1. This is going to block one of his attacks. Now, this attack does 8 to 12 times 3. May as well take this. And if you're paying close attention, this here is their armor rating. So we have a 10% reduction. He's got 0. We can actually make this go lower with certain cards. Right now, our deck is basic, but we'll unlock cards after battles. Let's take this as well. And the combat here, you can see it's much nicer because you can actually see combat playing out. It almost reminds me of like the original Witcher in the way that it's styled and the way that everything moves. It's just kind of a cool throwback. We're gonna end our turn here. We get to pick a card to keep. In this scenario, it doesn't really matter. We block his first attack. He does 1. We have a little bit of reduction there, and he must have like rolled a fail or something. So now we could stun him, but it's going to cost 2 energy. I think we'll just take... actually, if we just focus on hitting him down here, we can just kill him. So pretty basic enemy to start off with. Nice little confidence booster. We got some XP and some wealth from that. We'll see if we get to pick a card or anything. I don't know if that happens for every battle. Maybe only after certain groups or something. But let's keep going. So more wealth here. Let's talk to the Wanderer. 1 weapon in his hand, 1 weapon on his back. This strikes you as a bit excessive unless he's a traveling weaponsmith. The blood covering his leather jerkin is not his, a good sign that he can take care of himself.
Before you get any stupid ideas, I used to be a master of arms at Halfway. Trained many young warriors there. If you have any gold to spare, I might teach you a thing or two.
Okay, yeah. He makes a gesture suggesting that his teachings won't come for free, though. 500! Holy smokes. Okay, well, this is too rich for our blood. Mark 1 card as always in first hand. Okay, it's pretty significant, though. Pretty significant. So I guess he's going to chill out here. We could go up this way. Let's actually do that because we are... Whoops. Because we are currently in a safe zone. Here we go. And we'll take on this fight that's lit by the totem here. This one's going to have... I think it showed more enemies there when we hover over it. Yeah. So this is going to be a little bit more challenging because you can only block so much, right? But these will help us build up the Guardian, which will let us spend more and draw more. So let's get our blocks going. I'm going to take 2 hits here. Or sorry, 1 hit. I'm hoping it's this one. This guy's going to heal. So if you hover over them, you can see like any special abilities. I'm going to try and get rid of the... Well, occasionally heals 5% of an enemy's HP. I'm going to try to focus him down first. We are going to take this damage. Let's keep the block card in our hand. Okay, we did take his, which is good. Now, if we want, we can stun out an enemy. So this is going to do 2 times 2 attacks. We could stun that. We could block, but then we can't get any damage in, which is kind of annoying. So I think we'll use our HP here as a resource. We'll still save this, I think. And let's just put in some bigger damage on this guy. I don't want to attack random enemies. I want to try and focus him down. And you know what? I'll keep the shield bash in case something looks dire. Now, he doesn't heal himself. He's only going to heal based on how many cards we have. And he only heals his buddies, I think. So let's do a couple more blocks. This builds our ultimate. And let's go hit him again. I'll keep the stun.
Bring it on.
That's getting pretty scary. Pretty scary damage-wise. Let's take this. If we stun one of these, we're in kind of a tough spot still. I might have to play these. If we use it on 9 charges, we do get additional energy. I could try and build us up to that point. Let's do this. So we'll stun him, we block 1, and we take 1. And let's keep just a regular attack here.
I will end you.
Okay. We're going to block both of these. This is good when they're not doing the multi-attacks. And then the next one will have 9 charges, and we can use our ultimate efficiently. Okay, 38 there. Let's keep a regular attack card.
I will end you.
Okay, awesome. So let's do this. We're at 9 now. Let's spend this. We're going to draw a bunch of cards and gain an additional energy. So you can see we're up to 6 here. This guy's attacking for 3 now. That really blows. Let's do another block. I could stun him and then still do 3 attacks on this guy, which might kill him depending on what damage range we get. This is 3 attacks by 4 damage. And then we'll block these 2. Okay. That was a good one. We're not going to get it. We need to do one more attack on him next round. Let's see. Let's keep a basic attack. These small strikes are nice, but it's too... When you're dividing it among enemies and it's all random, I'd rather just have specifically targeted attacks. Okay. Let's go more blocks here. Unfortunately, we're going to take some damage. If I want... We got to level up, which is good. We could draw a card and gain an energy here. Maybe it gives us an additional block. It didn't. But let's just start attacking. We'll keep an attack card. Okay. Double blocks. And then total damage output, we would do 15 to 21. Split between two. It's not so bad here. It's not so bad now that there's only two. He took all of that, which is great. That's more than one attack would have done. I'll keep this one again. Okay. They're both hitting pretty hard. I don't have any blocks, so I'm going to stun one. And then... I really want to get one of these guys cleared, so I'm going to take the sure thing.
I will end you.
I got one block here. Oh, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt.
Bring it on.
Good thing he attacked first. Okay, here's 3 blocks. That's going to block all of the damage. I'm going to cast all of these. Then I'm going to go Guardian. We'll get 2 more energy, 2 more cards. And if we're lucky... Come on now. Oh, we didn't get it. Okay, that's fine. We're blocking all of this. I'm going to take a... Do I want a shield bash? You know what? I think I will, because then I can just stun him, and I can attack this guy to kill him. That's like the safest. But we'll see if we have blocks. I got 1. He's only attacking for 1, so that's good. I'm going to cast small strikes to see if we can do one of our attacks on him. Good. That worked out well. Put up our 1 block. He's only doing a single attack. And we'll just keep this shield bash for if he's going into a multi-attack thing that we can't block. I can do the double blocks. Also building up our ultimate there. We'll do small strikes now. Much more efficient when there's 1 target. Let's do this just so we can keep casting. Now, in one of my test runs, I was able to get an upgrade that kept your blocks for 2 turns if they didn't get used up, which is pretty powerful. Now, I think we do the same thing. We just keep this shield bash for an emergency that we can't deal with. So like here, he's attacking 3 times. I can only block once. I can actually kill him though. So if we take both of these attacks here, even if we get the minimum, whew, that's pretty good. This early to take on a group like that. This game's hard, by the way. Like, I have died in both my test runs. I died a couple of times. So yeah. Now we get new cards. So this one introduces a cleave mechanic. So on this, we get 10 to 14 damage times 2, plus 20% of the damage dealt is done to all other enemies that you're facing. There's quick counter. So multiply the card effect by number of cards of the same type played in this round. And I believe the type is just referring to like attack types. So if we can get into a situation where we have a lot of energy that we can cast and get from our ultimate, we can cast a bunch of attacks and then play this, and it should do even more damage. Or here's another chain attack that does 5 to 7 times 2 attacks. Let's do... let's do the quick counter here. We could also skip it for wealth, and it's a lot of wealth, actually, if you notice how much we're picking up. Power of word, or weird. I'll probably use those terms interchangeably. Sacrifice 10% of your maximum health. You can draw, get 2 energy and draw a card. Or you can chain this with the stance, reducing the target's armor, and then you actually do additional damage when they go below 0. Or you can give us additional armor. I don't think +5 is that big. This is expensive though, and this, our health is a resource, yeah, but you can see how quickly it goes down. Let's see. So this would be a good chain for when you're casting blocks, because it's a stance card. And this one's probably too expensive, in my opinion. I'll take the multi-block here. That might be a decent skip option, but I want to just kind of try out all these cards. So here's a new passive skill. Every time you're using a swordsmanship, draw 1 card more. Combat sequencing on 5 cards played in 1 turn. You get +1 energy and you get to draw. Or stay in the rhythm. On every 12th card played, draw 2. Every time you're using swordsmanship. Is that just our basic attack? I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what cards this is. I don't know if there's a way to actually see our deck. That's one thing that I would love to be able to see here, but as far as I can tell, you can only see that like in combat. Anyways, we need to heal, and we don't have any healing on us. So what we'll do is we'll head back to the milestone, and let's travel back to our base. Talk to this lost soul. We can rest. Now, I don't know how frequently we can do this.
Lay your head here, and don't worry. But remember, this works only one time.
Okay, this works only one time. Never mind. As you prepare to rest, you can't help but think there might be a connection between the stranger's words and his blank, dead stare. So if we rest now, we're going to get 50 health, which, I mean, yeah, we might as well do it. Let's buy supplies as well. These are 50. We can afford 1 of them. We can also sell our armor, so I can kind of offset some of this cost. This is our original armor of 5. And I think this is probably worth... These restore 30, which would take us up to full. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll also put this in our combat items so that if during combat we need to heal, then we can just use this. Okay. So let's travel again back here. And which way do we want to go? So this is the follower that we saw. You can right click to drag and move your map around a little bit. This is a dead end here. We could look to travel through this space. Or we can try and make our way up to this guy. Awakened Golem. Probably destroy us. I imagine we should go other directions so that we can become stronger. Let's light a candle. Use a milestone, our milestone we'll call our name into. Now, we could use a candle here, but because we still have so many turns left, I think what I'll do is just use this as an opportunity to trigger other milestones and or find stuff. Grab some more wealth here. And then if I go up in there, that's going to be like, that's going to be real scary. Like, I don't think there's any way we could fight him. One's weak, one's trivial. Both of these are trivial here. He's not really protecting anything. These guys have stuff behind them. And when it's like a one-on-one fight, obviously that makes it a little bit stronger for us. An ornate chest, but we'd be fighting a bunch of enemies. Let's see. Let's start with this guy. We're going to have to light another candle, too. Which you can see, like, resources are tough, man. Because you don't get a lot of money. So you really have to make it count. Let's go double blocks here for his attacks. And then small strikes. I will say, too, of the two classes I tried, they play very, very differently. The ultimates are way different. I haven't tried that third one yet, but the way that the second class works is essentially you're building up one expendable, really high damage charge over the course of battle, and each time you hit somebody, they build up this this counter on them, and once it hits 6, I believe, they become more vulnerable and they take extra damage. It's just a totally different style of playing. The thing is, you don't have blocks and stuff, so, you know, you have to make that decision. So we're gonna do this. Let's pay attention here. So if we go, this is a stance card. That's gonna help us there. Now with chain, we're at 10% armor. So because we played that block, we multiplied that and we're at 20% armor now. So we get, instead of 5, we got 10. If I want, we could spend this. Let's actually spend it. We didn't get the block, unfortunately, but we can just stun him. And I'm just trying to take like no damage at all, especially against a singular enemy. We'll try and mitigate what we can. Okay, so we have the same combo here. We are going to take one of his attacks now, though, but we are reducing it. Let's keep... we can keep chain. We might be able to use it if we get another block card and we get the energy to spend.
Bring it on. Is that all?
Okay, we did get the block. Let's spend this here. So now we have 3 attacks to do. Actually, we don't. We only have the 2 because this costs 2. So fine, let's do small strike. And then this should now do, I don't know if it does just double, like a ×2 and then ×3 and then ×4. So this could do 20 to 28 or 10. So maybe the chain, I'm not sure, actually. I'm going to have to experiment with that a bit more. I'm going to have to experiment. Let's keep the shield bash for an emergency here. Got a bunch of blocks. I also don't know if this carries over between battles. I think we can kill him. So we have 1 here currently. Let's see if in the next battle that is still the case. How many candles? We're down to 1. And this thing is going to run out right away. I'm going to see if I can just, like, grab this wealth.
Though I write this with sadness, the use of poisons applied to blades and arrows has become more and more prevalent in recent years. While it would be easy to blame the crisis of honor and chivalry for this sad state of affairs, the truth is simpler. It's hard to make people of the land abandon any trick that gives them an edge over greedy bands of brigands or aggressive beasts.
I don't know what triggered that, but I'm happy to hear, like, anytime we hear the voice acting, it's so good. Whoa. This way, please. We can take this fight, we can grab this, and then you know what? We'll go, like, face the boss, or we'll face that big beast thing there and see how quickly it destroys us. So this guy's a runesmith. He's going to place rune stones that heal all enemies upon being destroyed. That's fine for us. That doesn't bother me one bit. The energy does not carry over, by the way. We could just do 3 attacks here, but I do want to be building this meter. He's got a lot of health.
Bring it on.
Okay. So yeah, I think one thing that I'd love to be able to see, and this is every time you're using swordsmanship. So I don't think that combos with anything. These are called just attacks, small strikes. So I don't even think this helps us at all, which was a terrible pick. Terrible pick. Okay, so he's not attacking. Okay. Let's hold the stun here. So there it is.
I will end you.
Heals all enemies when destroyed. Healing disabled. Oh, okay, interesting. So does this mean that our healing is disabled if we had that option? Looks like he's taking a turn again, and then maybe he's going to attack here. Let's keep the stun.
I will end you.
Or is all he going to do is just... This is maybe just a weird random enemy to get, because he's not going to do any attacks. If he's just going to bring in these runes, that's fine, I guess. Okay, let's just try a basic attack here. And then let's try the chain, the quick counter. Oh, you know what? It was working. Because the chain is making us attack twice instead of doing more damage. So that is working as intended. Just not the way that I thought. Which is why I didn't quite catch it. Okay, let's do the shield bash again. And now he's actually attacking us. Let's do one block here. So small strike actually could hurt us here because it would heal this guy. So we don't want to do the small strike in case we accidentally kill one of these. So in this scenario, we'll just build up our special.
Bring it on.
He's attacking again. I'd be really excited to see something like
Shall we dance?
late game where you have all of these different cards at your disposal. I'm going to build this up to our 9 here. We'll keep taking this shield bash. So if I do this, it's saying if used on at least 9 charges, gain 1 additional energy. So currently we're getting 3 if we use it. Which should take us to 6. But then if we use it on 9, we should get 1 additional. Take us to 7. Yeah, cool. Okay. So we can just use these attacks to finish him. See ya. Okay. Ooh, these actually drop something. Whoa! Fully charge your rune. Okay, that's significant. That's actually so huge. So we want to put that into our combat items for sure. Warcraft in the past century. I guess this is what we picked up that triggered this.
This with sadness. The use.
Okay. Gotcha. Can I just grab this wealth? And then I'll tell you what, let's head back. Okay, so I thought it would just kind of phase us into this combat instead of sending myself all the way back, and we'll just keep this going. And then we'll try to fight the big boss guy. So the bounty hunter, he's new, infects the deck with obsolete cards, so that's going to impact our draw. And then the crazed witch protects our allies via magical barrier. Destroying the barrier debuffs all enemies' armor. It's a bit of there's 2 typos I've seen so far. I think rhythm and destroying. If the barrier wears down, the same debuff is applied to the player. If the barrier wears down. Okay. We're not getting attacked right now. He's going to apply a debuff, which I guess is the infected card. So let's do random attacks here. And then let's chain it. We'll get double attacks here. That works for me. And we'll keep a block. So you saw what he did there. I'm not sure how that works. Maybe the infect comes from the attack. What he placed on us didn't seem to matter. We do need 2 blocks here. He's hitting actually super hard. Oh. Okay, so it looked like what he did maybe was reduce our energy. I missed where we kind of saw that, but... Okay. This is not good at all. I think I'm going to have to stun. He would do 18 to 24. And then let's attack her. We're still going to take some damage. And let's keep the regular attack here, I think.
Bring it on.
We do have at least 1 block here. We'll do the chain for extra armor. Take this one. I kind of want to save this runestone for fighting that big guy that we saw, but if I have to use it here,
bring it on.
Then I will. So what is this he got? So he's got an armor for some reason. Maybe it's an innate ability that he has where he hits a certain number of times. This is like a charge thing. Looks like he's going to heal himself or heal her. Just says heal, so I'm not sure. Let's get a block in. We'll hit this here. Now, she's shocked. She's at minus 25 armor. He's shocked as well. So maybe this is coming from us. But I'm not 100% sure why. Let's take this so that I can use the chain. Because now we're doing a bunch of additional damage. Okay. And then let's keep the block. Let's keep the shield bash. Okay, and this reduces every time. She's gonna heal for 12 to 16. This is gonna negate that. We need 1 more attack on her. Let's save the block. We need 2 more attacks on her. So she's at 9. It's possible. We're only going to block 1 of these if we do it this way. But it doesn't even guarantee that. We might end up taking her 12 to 16 damage. But if I don't attempt it, I can't block all 3 attacks anyway. Ah, we didn't get it. Okay, this is going to hurt. This is gonna hurt. Let's use this one. Let's heal up. Take her down. We did level there, which is nice. I can maybe pick an upgrade that isn't totally useless. I wonder, we must get these swordsmanship cards in other drops. Let's keep the chain here. Okay. He's attacking twice. We'll block 1. Actually, do we just stun him? Maybe we just stun him. The block still helps us build this, but... let's do that. And we'll keep the quick counter.
I will end you.
Double block. And then small strikes. God, he's got some HP to chew through, hey? Two times 10 to 13. Go for block here. I'm trying to save this till 9. It's just, it's a little bit more efficient. But if I can get an additional block here, that might be pretty huge. He's at minus 25. Let's actually do this. We did get it. There's our double block. This would be a lot of armor, but it'd be useless because we're countering both of his attacks. So what I can do is do the quick counter now. You can start to see some of the synergies emerge even this early. Let's keep small strikes. 2 times 10 again. Let's go for the stun. Okay. We'll keep, let's keep a block. Here we go. We can block both. We'll keep the block again. That appears to be his max where he attacks twice, so we're gonna have to take one here. Maybe. If we get lucky, maybe we get a block draw. Got it. 2 more energy. Let's go a couple small strikes. We have him under 100. Holy smokes, this guy could be the boss. Okay, double block. Thank you. I also don't know if there's ways to eventually remove cards either, but certainly I would love to be able to see our entire deck, unless there's a way of doing it that I'm not familiar with, but we'll keep the stun here in case we can't pull out the block cards we need, like this scenario. It's perfect. Small strike, and then we'll carry over our blocks here.
No.
3 again. We'll take 2 of these, see if we can get... And here's another example where an interesting kind of optimization strategy comes in. So we had 5 there. You have to spend all of it, but we only got 3 energy. So what I should have done is... Or sorry, we only got 1 energy and 1 card. What I should have done is spent this first, then cast my blocks, and we'd be at 2 right now, which would be significantly better. We're still going to take a little bit of damage. Okay. Keep one of these. And then he's going to apply a debuff here. Let's just go all in on attacks. We can chain here. I think we should kill him. Nice. Okay, cool. Very cool. And we got a throwing knife. I don't know. Maybe, I guess that's just like a single use thing you can chuck for free in combat. All right. So breathe. +1 block. Blocks next hit taken from enemy. Lasts only 1 round. Next turn you gain an energy. Or this turn you get 50 armor. It's expensive though. I think more block cards would be nice. Stay in the rhythm. On every 12th card, draw 2. If you're fighting only versus 1 enemy, receive additional energy at the start of every turn. Or fire is my blood. Increase your base damage by 10%. If we're going against this big guy, he looks like he's one-on-one. So let's try it. He's going to destroy us. Pretty sure. Yeah, hit for 10 to 14. Fine. We've also got the oversaturated rune stone that we can use. So we're going to just throw everything at him. He likely, I don't know, he might even one-shot us. I have no idea. If I was playing this long term here,
Shall we dance?
Oh my god. 100% incoming damage. He's only hitting 10 to 15 at least. 6,600? Like what? So I think we'll save this saturated rune here. Until we like need something desperate. But essentially, I think you'd want to be like roaming around the area, clearing guys out. And then coming to this guy. But let's block 1. We can do small strikes. Take the attack, and then we'll just do another block here to start building this. We can keep the stun.
I will end you. 200%
incoming damage. Okay, so crumbling stone. So as he attacks, he starts to take a lot more damage. You can see our card being impacted here. This is different. This is cool. Okay. Okay. I don't want to take all of this, so let's go for the stun. $15 to 21 by 3. It's pretty good. Okay. Let's, we can keep the counter. Can we do 2 blocks? We can. And we'll see what happens to the crumbling stones here. Then we'll just do 2 basic attacks. And we're going to save the quick counter here. So let's see if this changes now. Yes, so every attack. But then he's starting to stack his attacks too, which is making me a bit nervous. So we got the extra energy from Breathe last time. Let's cast that again. Those are double blocks. Now we can cast this, which hopefully gets us a 3rd. We got the Shield Bash. I mean, I guess that's still good. Then I can go small strikes here. 40 to 56 times 2. So 20 times 3 is 60. 40 times 2 is 80. So I think we use quick counter here. Oh, right. Yeah, that actually hit more times. Okay. Let's go here.
I will end you.
This is good. We got all these blocks. We pretty much need to cast all of them. We could gain armor here, but it's not going to matter. Okay, only 6,000 health left to go.
Bring it on.
Okay, so now he's at 400%. And I was thinking that maybe his attacks were scaling with this, but doesn't seem to be the case. So I do only need 1 block here. Can we get it? Well, a shield bash is good enough. Okay. Let's keep a regular attack.
I will end you.
We need 1 block. Man, this is actually this is actually working. And now we can get a huge chain here too. Well, not really actually. But we will use it. We'll keep a block.
Bring it on.
And like we want him attacking. Oh, look at this. It just adds a 2nd one. Okay, okay, okay. So breathe, block plus basically. There's our double blocks. Pretty soon we're gonna start hitting him way harder. So at the lower end, if we can just keep this going, which it seems like we're able to. Unless he pulls out something absolutely disgusting. Here's a 3 attack. We don't have a stun here. Let's cast this. That doesn't help us. Do I want to take 10 to 15 times 3? Not really. So I'm going to actually use this. And we're going to use all of these charges. So there's our stun to mitigate this. I'm going to use this so we get more energy next turn. There's the stun. And now, do we have a... yeah, we have this chain that we want to use. So let's use the small strikes. Okay, then our basic attacks. I just got to make sure that on 2 we cast quick counter here. And now 80 to 112 a bunch of times. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay. We'll just keep a block. We got all 3. Nice. And then it seems like he kind of resets. This seems to kind of build up, and then on his next attack, he goes back to 0, or like 1 attack. Awesome. Yep, back to 1. Okay, cool. So we'll do the single block. Yeah, and see, like this multi-block, I'd probably, if we could get rid of cards at some point, I would just get rid of this card.
Bring it on.
Look how our attacking. Oh, now hold on here. Okay, so he reset for some reason. And I would like... Oh, here. Gains 100% incoming damage per turn up to 4 times, then resets the ability. Gets additional hit per turn with each tick. 100% incoming damage per turn up to 4 times, then resets. Okay. I'm going to cast this one. I'm hoping that if I cast Guardian here, we can get 1 more block. Got it. And then we'll carry over the shield bash, essentially. We'll do 2 attacks in the quick counter.
Bring it on.
Okay, there we go again. 3. Well, we got the blocks, thankfully. Picking that passive where we get the additional energy at the start of the turn is actually massive. And then we can keep the shield bash again.
Bring it on.
Okay. 4 attacks. So yeah, that's a bit more problematic. I could cast both of our stance cards to draw 2 and gain 2. I think that's our best chance of not taking a ton of damage. Oh, we have the shield bash too, actually. Maybe what I'll do is I'll play this so we get the 6. And then we'll take the shield bash to stun him.
I will end you.
There, we have a good chance. So I'm happy with this. I'm not going to get up to 9 by playing these, so let's cast it now. We'll take 1 of his. Let's go small strikes. Small strikes, and then quick counter. Yeah, excellent. If we die to this guy, I'm going to be real sad. Real sad. Okay. We're doing it, though. Like, so far, we're hanging on. It's just when he gets up to those quad attacks that are like, bro, simmer the F down. Yeah, we can stand our ground times 2 here. Okay. Keep the quick counter. Okay, so now he's up to 3. So I think we just stun here. Play the breathe card. We get the extra energy next turn. And then we'll keep this one. Nice. Got 3 blocks. Plus breathe again. That'll take us to over 9, which is also helpful. God, we're getting there. Okay, hold it. So now he's at the quad attacks again. I can get us to 12. So I think what we'll do is go block and then multi-block just so that we can get to 12. Cast this. Well, there's our stun, which is probably better here. Unless we just do... You know what? Maybe we save the stun. We'll take 2 of his attacks at 10 to 15. We'll block 1. But then we can get a lot of damage in here. Let's do small strikes again. We have the quick counter, and then we'll save the shield bash. This thing's going to trigger a whole bunch of times. And again, I would like more information on, like, it should show us how many times we've used it and stuff, but I'm assuming that stuff will come later. Yeah, that's not bad.
Bring it on.
Okay. He's taking a ton of damage. Just do the block here. Basic attacks hitting for over 130 in some scenarios. Okay, he's reset it, but he's low now. Go double blocks, attack, and then quick counter, and we save the bash. Three times. We could stun him. The thing is, we're going to have 3 attacks next time to deal with as well. The other option is to use this. We could do like 3 small strikes and stun. Let's maybe do that. He's so low. Oh! Oh, I screwed it up. I miscounted it. Even if he does 2 times 15, we're still okay. But I could do this too. Yeah, let's do this so we get the extra energy. Almost screwed us there. We stun him out. Now, what card do we save here?
No.
Do we save the quick counter and just put him out of his misery? Or do we save a block and be smart? Nah, let's go for the kill.
I will end you.
And we got a bunch of blocks. Still fine. This will deal 40 to 56. And this will deal 40 to 56 times 2. Let's see where we're at here. This will do it. Holy smokes, that is a boss. You are kidding me. Oh, look at all the stuff they drop. Self-mending robe. Heal 3% of your maximum HP after every fight. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. 2% damage for every rune charge you have. Crafting components. Okay, this is like a big deal. I didn't know, like, okay, this is huge. That's huge. I probably still wouldn't take him on at this point, this early. Beast slain. You've killed the first boss of the game. When you get back to your base, you'll notice the second harder path open for you with another boss at the end. This early version of Conquest has 3 bosses. There will be many, many more. Sick. You also got a new resource, Wordstone. It's a special currency you'll get after killing bosses and for some other secret reasons. It stays with you over the course of all your runs, and you can use it to upgrade buildings in your village, buy special items, and so on. I love that. Then we get new cards. Another stance. 50% damage this turn. Next turn, you deal 50% less. So this can combo well with their blocking. Increase your damage by 10% until end of combat. It's not bad. And this turn, reflect 5 to 7 damage per hit received. It's not bad either. I think if you take a big damage out, like this one, when you're comboing your counter strikes and your multiple attacks, I could see some value there. Blade Fury. Damage 15 to 21 to a random enemy, and it does chain, so this can happen multiple times. 5 to 70 for armors above 40, then you stun. That's hard to get right now for us. Or rapid attack, 2 to 3 times 6. Each hit reduces target's armor by 3. That's actually not bad. That's not bad. Because you're dealing... You're getting armor reduced by 18, essentially. Which means your other attacks are much stronger. Another new card. Targets random enemy, 10 to 14 by 4. It's pretty strong if there's only one enemy. Reduce enemies' armor by 60 for 1 turn. Next turn, restore their full health. So this is a killing thing. Or taunt and return. Provokes enemy to attack you, then you attack him with your base damage. After... so it comes back to your hand after you play it. This card's cost can never be modified. Which is a little hint that you can eventually modify cards too. Super cool. I think we would probably take this. And then we would have a new skill. Block all enemy attacks in the first turn of every combat. At the start of every turn, gain 1 Guardian Rune charge. On every 12th card played, draw 2 cards. I think Elusiveness could be good. This one could be good too. Stay in the rhythm isn't bad. Damn, I can't believe we beat him. I did not expect that. Okay, guys, tell you what. This is like an hour now. I didn't expect to play for this long. Because people typically don't watch super long videos. But anyways, if you made it this far, let me know. I appreciate you watching. I said it when I played the alpha. I cannot wait for the full release. The Conquest Mode, actually, you could get so many hours out of this already. That boss, I feel, maybe was like a bit tedious, but it could have just been like if we were playing as one of the other classes, it might have played out super differently. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. And then when the full story version releases at full release of the game, like I'll be playing it. So buckle up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. And I'll have all the links in the description. You should go and check this out. Bye for now.